What are you gonna talk about? I was like, you'll see. So I'm hoping that that he's getting the feels as well. But yeah, if you guys want to take a second, we could do a little bit of Q&A. We can do a little bit of a question and answer period to alleviate any of your concerns or anything like that. Okay, so I'm pulling up chat again. Lots of love. Holy shit! Look at all the hearts. Service error. Who's my husband? Soapbox. You know I got your back. Thank you, Daddy Bull. As much as Soap is a dick for always calling me an Asian Canadian, he is a pretty good guy. He's not just a pretty good guy. He's amazing. Everybody has their faults. Everybody has their faults. I have way more. If you have Smitten and Soap's backs, then I have their sides. Well, we're gonna do a circle. Aw, thank you. Thanks, Dooley. Soapy, love you. Soapy, love you, dude. Aw. Spend in your own time, check Discord. Alright, we'll do. Soap, if you guys weren't halfway across the country, I'd help as much as I could. Thanks, man. What's up, Ash? It's good to see ya. You're done trying to kill yourself, you hear me? Alright, New Revolution. It's actually one of the conditions that Soap and I discussed of me staying in the marriage, or us staying in the marriage, is no more. No more. That can't ever happen again. So no worries there, guys. Smitten, it's hard to share all of this. It's hard to share what's been going on in your life because of how shitty it is. But you have amazing amounts of courage. We all thank you and love you for sharing this with us. We really are. We all hope for the best with you and Soap. You both deserve it. Thanks, Unique. Alright, I'll check Discord, Merle. We always got your guys back anytime you need something. We're always around. Thank you, Dragon. Just hope you realize how much you mean to us, man. I don't understand that necessarily. I don't, but I love the fuck out of you guys anyways. Smitten, is it awkward that I think you're the reason I wanted a PC in the first place? That's not awkward. That's fucking hype, dude. Welcome to PC Master Race. So, thanks for being the man behind Smitten. Oh, alright, that's so sweet. Smitten, you're better than Dragon. It's debatable. Love and support and hugs, of course. What was there before atheism? Yanton, I was fucking... It depended on the group that I was hanging out with. If I was hanging out with a bunch of Christians, I was like, yeah, Jesus. And if I was hanging out with a bunch of, like, pagans and Wiccans, I was like, yeah, Beltane. I mean, it literally depends. It depends. Hearing you talk about mental stuff helps too. Would definitely love to hear how you do with your anxiety. Smitten, thanks for telling us all of this. Definitely, Chesh. I definitely will be. Like I said, I plan on doing vlogs documenting my treatment and my therapy and all that stuff. Yo, Strag, thank you so much for the 5 months, baby. You're my favorite streamer, Smitten. I believe in you, and you can guys. I'm scrolled up way far. I'm trying to make sure that I hit all of your notes. I believe in you, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. Thank you, Eric. Hearing you talk about... Oh, yeah, I just read that one. Smitten, if I may ask, does this relate to... It kind of does, Blue. It kind of, like... everything that I was involved in, I didn't have time for anything. I didn't have time for anything, nor did I want to be a part of anything. I needed to put all of my attention and effort into... doing what little I did to save my marriage. I honestly, only within the past 2 weeks have I really been ramping up my efforts to save this marriage. So. Smitten, what made you realize that streaming and making vids on YouTube? Andrew, it was all Soap. Soapbox literally did all of the research. He did all of the marketing. He did all the strategizing. He, we came up with the concept of how to fail together. But that was about it. That's everything that I kind of contributed to that in the early stages. So it was all Soap. The only reason you guys know me is because of him. So I just want you to know how much courage you needed to do this. You're absolutely wonderful. Work on yourself as much as you want. Take your time. Yo. I'm not going anywhere. Trust.
I sent you a DM in Discord less than 3.
Alright, Hawk. I got you, baby. Thank you so much for the $3. God, now I gotta figure out a way to get... paid. Anyway, that's a separate conversation. So thank you for your help. Thank you for helping Smitten through tough things. You're a wonderful person for doing so much. Now you're Poppy. You're now Poppy. Ah. Mongoose, as much as you hate real cuisine and hate us British people, we love you. Aw, thanks, Mongoose. Been introduced me to Smite and Twitch. I love her all the more for it. Aw, Poishi, that's awesome. This is a bad time to ask what kind of headset you have. No, this is a Corsair Amy one. I'm not sure. Severin actually sent these to the PO box. It's been a lot of us here get you, and we feel you get us. So we got you and Soaps back. Thanks, Easy. All the fucking loves and hugs and kisses. Thanks, Bird. Mikey Biggs, love you, Smitten. The battle is halfway over. I remember you helped me, so I want to help you. Keep trying. That's all you can do. Hell yeah, Mikey. Self-harm, drugs, alcohol. Mashy, I had my last suicide attempt was July of 2015. If you guys remember, just 2 months ago now, I told you guys that I went to the hospital. It was right after I had the miscarriage. I went to the crazy hospital because amidst everything that was going on with the miscarriage and all that shit, Soap and I weren't doing well at all, and it awoke some behaviors in me that I hadn't seen in like 11 years. I like started cutting again. I cut 2 months ago, and it freaked me the fuck out. Because I hadn't done that since my best friend died whenever I was 17. So I was like, I think I need to go get help. So I went to an overnight facility and got treatment. Joseph says, to be honest, even though you may not know it, you have literally made my day more than once. I get stressed and tired of work, but when I get off and get to come hang out in your stream, I can literally brightens up my day. Joseph, I'm really happy to hear that you do that. Or that I can do that for you. Alright, J-Star. From what you said, I joined at the time everything went to shit. Sorry. Don't worry about it, Seb.
Hey Smitten, I know how things suck. And although you can't forget the bad things that may have transpired, you need to remember all of the good that has happened as well. This is hard for me to talk about, but it's anonymous, so hey, I'll give it a go, can't.
Yo, it's kind of anonymous, but thank you so much for the 5 man. I feel bad. I don't know if you want me to say your name or not, so I'm just gonna be awkward about it. We love you, Nerd Queen. You make us happy. Behind every successful woman is a man rolling his eyes. Behind every idiot is a successful man's brain, and that's the real thing. Strag says, hey Smitty, we love you. Things will be okay, and if you ever need to talk, we're here. To you as well, so hope it all works out. Thank you, Strag. Alright, I'm still scrolled up quite a bit, guys. I'm about 5 minutes behind. You're the reason I got into Smite, and you're amazing. Thank you, Headless. Smitten is master race. Smitten, I have generalized anxiety too. And I have a rocky past, so I can sort of empathize. I hope you get to a point where you're happy because you deserve it. Thank you, Deli. I'm working on it, man. You gotta work on your happiness. Nobody's gonna give it to you. Nobody's gonna give it to you, and that's the hard lesson that I've had to learn. Why in the world would you try to kill yourself? You have thousands of people who look up to you, and you would show them it's okay to end it all. The fact that you admit it and know it was dumb gives you mad respect in my book. Noble, it was a treacherous time in my life. I'm bipolar 2, and I have borderline personality disorder. Combination of the two make me highly explosive and highly emotional. And in certain moments of despair, I get to such a low point that I'm just fucking ready to be done. And that's I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that have dealt with SI or suicidal ideation have been there as well. And it was unsuccessful, that attempt, because of my husband. You're the best streamer ever. You've done so much for me. When I get to feed in your Smite games and introduce me to some really amazing people I would never have met. You're awesome, and don't let anything tell you otherwise. Aw, thanks, Super. What's up, Royal Blue? Be the strong girl I've watched forever. Hell yeah, man. I'm trying. We trying, nipping this bitch. FYI, you and one other stream are the reason I'm still on this earth. When I found you guys in 2012, I was in a bad spot, and probably not for you and your community. Probably not long for this earth. You and your community helped me get out of the hole that I was in. Frodo, I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah, literally, like, Soap brings up a really good point. I've got 2 disorders that both have really high suicide rates, and in combination, like, I have literally, like, a 50% chance. Just, like, statistically, that's the chance that I have to commit suicide, and that's even more of a reason for me to fight back, because I don't want to be a statistic. When you mean so much to us, you're like the sister we all need. There have been horrible days in my life, and lying in bed watching your streams have helped me out so much. Oh, you watch anime. I had no friends.
Poor Sayers, you freckly bitch. Your headset is Sennheiser Game Zeros.
Okay, so the
Smitten
Sennheiser
love.
Game Zeros. Thank you so much, Seb, for the 5. I just joined the stream yesterday, and you're so amazing. Your personality shows and your smile. I love watching you, Smitten, and this community is absolutely amazing. Glad I got to get to know you a little bit better. Thank you, Chris Sarah. This might all be like, for like the newer viewers, you're probably like, oh my god.
This
what is
past
crazy
year has been
problems?
pretty rough for
Okay.
me. I contracted a serious long-term illness, dealt with depression, as well as events with my abusive father coming to a head with him making an attempt on my life. Through all of this, you helped, Kant. Closing parenthesis.
Closing parenthesis. Yo, thank you again, Anonymous, for another 5. Thank you so much. I love you too, Merle. Love you too, Polly. Smitten Soap, my karma forbids me any judgment on this topic. However, I hope you work it out in both's good favor. Thank you, Narcoot. I'm gonna work on it. Soap, literally, like, the only reason we even survived as a couple, just bare minimum as a couple, was it was a direct result of Soap's efforts. As much credit as you're giving Soap, you need to give yourself some. You're the reason a lot of us are happy, so technically you're the Soap to our Smitten. Oh, that's very sweet. I'm happy to support you now and subbed. Thank you so much, Polly. Love my sub base. What's up, Schmage? Can't wait for your vlogs. I hope everything goes perfect and you two are happy again. Soap really is amazing. As long as there is love, nothing is completely broken. Trust me, it's true. Much love and thousands of hugs. Keep being the best. That's fucking true, man. Literally, every time that Soap and I ever got close to discussing like an actual divorce this time, it always came down to I still love you, and it's been enough to keep us going through this really, really rough period. Yo, Yosman Home Slice. Yo, what's up, Evil? Not sure why no one said this, but love the hair. Thanks, Boiji. At Soap, dude, mad props to you for all that you're doing, not just for Smitten, but also knowing your stuff and handling anything that comes on your path. I know how heavy these subjects are, so it's admirable how much strength you're both showing. He's a lot stronger than I am. And I aspire to be more like him every day. We love you. Things will be okay. And if you ever need to talk, we're here to you as well. So everything works out. I would hug Smitten, but I am a huge shy nerd. It's okay, Polly. Alright, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. You have to take care of number 1 first and foremost. Those were your words from a couple streams ago and have become my mantra of sorts. Don't be sorry for taking the time to take care of yourself. Thank you, Tesla. Alright,
Your boundless enthusiasm and cheery attitude when streaming kept me rooted to reality and seriously cheered me up. Remember that you make all of us happy and that we love you, Smit love.
Mongoose, Rip, thank you so much for another 5, man. I'm sorry to hear about your difficult times, but I'm happy to know that I was there for you in a way. BPD is hard to deal with. My wife had schizophrenia and borderline personality disorder and blame me for her multiple suicide attempts. Yeah. FC. Soap, literally every fucking bad decision I've ever made in the past 12 years, Soap got to blame for. He went so far as to like start to believe me and beating himself up for it, which is a whole nother layer of stuff that I got to deal with. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel bad not only for the things that I've done, but I feel twice as bad because I tried to blame other people for it. Thank you, Brutal. So much synchronicity, Smitten. I literally sent you a DM a day or so ago with the same vibes as this. Really easy? Holy crap, man. I'm sorry that I haven't checked that yet. Smitten, you seriously sell yourself too short. You must understand how much you're worth and not just to other people. It's a big part of why I keep fucking up, man. It's a big part about my illness and about the things I gotta work on is I don't understand. I don't know why you I don't know why you guys are here hanging out and supporting this crazy lady. Really don't. Danny, I love you. These are chemical and developmental disorders. You can't really control bipolar without medications. You can't control borderline unless you're in DBT or CBT and learning life skills you didn't learn as a child. Yeah, literally, borderline personality disorder, BPD, is it's kind of like a developmental issue. I didn't learn certain things growing up because of the environment that I grew up in. I can't tell you how many times you actually calmed me down when I was having anxiety and panic attacks. The first time I saw you, I thought, wow, what a beautiful and courageous woman you are. I think what helps most in those moments is to remember what you accomplished already and in where your qualities are. We all have our battles. Don't ever think you're alone in this. I hope you can see the brighter side again after getting all these amazing responses. I know, Lila's. I'm always fucking surprised by how supportive you guys are. And that honestly is it's motivating for me to keep pushing, to get through all this shit. Not just for me, but for you guys. By no means am I an expert, but I try to talk to friends when they need it. I'm here for you, Smitten, if you ever need an ear. You may not know me, but I'm always here when people need me. That's very, very kind of you, Noble. Thank you. Ice cream, Starbucks, yes. Okay, scrolling down so I can try to catch up just a wee bit. Smitten, as someone who has had some depression and anxiety issues, I can understand how stupidly hard it can be to look for help and stick with it. I wish I had some big life-changing advice to help, but I know that I'm glad to hear you're starting to seriously look for help. As a casual viewer, you're a swell person. I really respect you being so open up here today. Like Smith, you have a big group of people who love you here. Love you. I'm so glad I checked your channel more than 5 months ago. Thank you, Andrew. And if you died, who would have the bird with them for their stream? Say the bird, save Smitten. Kinda new around here, but looking at this chat, the amount of love for you and Soap is crazy. You've gone through some serious shit, but you're still standing. Nothing can beat you if you've got a Smitten army and an invisible bird. Thanks, rap guy. Can't check my Twitter, lost the password. Aw, yeah. So we've had a hellacious past couple of days. We ended up having to loan like a serious chunk of money to Soap's mom, who was literally moving out to the middle of fucking nowhere to build an Earth ship. It's been a lifelong dream of hers, and we helped her move for like 28 hours. Literally 28 hours. We stayed up for 28 hours to help her get her house packed up and everything into the moving van, and it was a pretty teary goodbye. It's been a really, really intense past 2 weeks specifically, but these past couple days have been bad. Went through a bad breakup that changed me forever. I was paranoid of people getting too close to me and hurting me, so I hated everything and everyone. Believe it or not, you and your kind chat helped me be more positive. I'm slowly but surely returning to my old self. Thanks for helping me realize that being positive and kind towards others is way more worth it than being a jerk all the time. Oh, Pexity, that's fucking awesome. I'm really fucking glad to hear that. Joining an awkward time. Love the vibe though. I relate to some of this. Thanks, High Def. Scrolling down. I just want to say that I'm sorry for being a jerk sometimes and always be one of your nerds. Yes, you will, Metal, whether you want it or not. Then thank you so much for sharing your struggle. You're not alone. Just a few weeks ago, I disclosed my mental struggles to my family and friends, and it's never easy. I love your stream and you and Soap. The stream always lightens up my mini shitty days. Thank you, Live DJ. Dude, I was insanely nervous. Like, today, building up to the stream, I was just like, oh god, because I didn't know how you guys were going to take it. Like, there's such a, what's the word? Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? People don't deal with information like I have mental health issues very well, as we've seen in this community. There's a lot of misconception about what it means to be mentally ill, and I think you're doing your community a great disservice to not address some of these issues. I mean, part of atoning for the things that I've done, the shitty decisions that I've made, is being open and honest with you guys. If I'm open and honest with you guys, maybe chances are there's probably a couple of you going through the exact same thing. I can be like, hey, this is what I've tried, this is what's working, this is what isn't working. So it's part of the reason why I'm really looking forward to my vlogs. Thanks, Kama. I haven't been in chat a lot, and I just got here, so I don't know the story behind this, but I've always held mad respect for you and hope that whatever demons you're dealing with this helps at least a little bit. It does, Alpha. Thank you. I was the hottest Smite player. Thanks, Bird. You told me but I don't want it. So improve the world you experience instead. I love you and so. Aw, thanks, Merle. Smitten, don't let bipolar get the best of you, and you can overcome this. So many good people have died because of bipolar. My whole family has bipolar, and it's scary sometimes. Dude, I could only imagine. Like, I don't even know, like, my family's history of mental illness because nobody in my family has ever gone to get help, and, so it hasn't been kind of put into my skill repertoire that whenever you have a problem that you seek help for it, you know what I mean? I have a very escapist kind of family. Check. I will, Bird. Sorry guys, I'm only checking the comments that have lit up because you guys are tagging me in it. Alright, I'll see you later, Damien. I also think why I love everybody of yours is that I feel noticed here. I've told my family and a few friends about my mental issues, and they act like I'm lying and they don't care. Danny, it's really difficult for people to understand that, like, especially if you're talking to your family about it. Like, a lot of the mental health issues, they're genetic, and so whenever I opened up to my parents about it, both of them denied it. And I thought that at least my dad would be supportive, you know what I mean? Because he'd be like, oh, yeah, you're pretty fucked in the head, kid, you need to get some help. And I thought at least my dad would be like, okay, I accept this, how do we fix it? And that's not what I got at all. As a matter of fact, like, everyone that I've kind of told in my close circle, except for Soap, didn't take it seriously, and they didn't want to. My dad actually, for a long time, I thought that I was ADHD. It turns out my attention deficit comes from my grouping of disorders, the real disorders that I have. And for a long time, he told me that ADHD wasn't real. And I was just like, oh, you're an idiot. You're one of those. You're one of the reasons I play Smite 2, Smitten. I was new and sucked, but your videos really helped me. You should always prioritize yourself in situations like this. And like you said, you're stubborn. Use your stubbornness to fight this, and you... Fine, Cleo. Hi, baby. Go. I know, I mean, for people who don't have to deal with mental health issues, they don't know how to help. They really don't, because there's no, like everybody knows that if you are having a heart attack, or if somebody's breaking into your house, or if, blah, blah, blah are happening, you call fucking 911, right? There's a hotline. Somebody's gonna get your help right then and there. People, whenever you're talking to them, like, hey, sometimes I'm suicidal, or hey, sometimes I can't get out of my bed for weeks and I feel like I'm living death, they don't know what to do with that. They really don't. And I think it's a lack of education, and it's a lack of awareness. I felt so crushed when I told my grant she refused to believe that I had mental illnesses. I'm fairly certain that beyond my anxiety I had major depression for years. It just hurt so bad. Chesh, I can understand that, man. I really can. I think that's with most families. Like, where I live, nobody talks about these things, even though it's an absolute serious issue. Talking about it makes it inescapable. It makes it real. Exactly. Honestly, I wish more people would own up and follow this example you and Soap are putting forth, myself included. Like said, your strength is inspirational. Thanks, Lewin. Try having a family who doesn't believe in being mentally ill, like, at all. Bird, I could fucking imagine. Aw, are you giving me kisses? Aw. Ew. Okay, I'll check your guys' messages soon. I just got a bunch of them. But yeah. Okay. But I think talking about all these sorts of things is the most difficult part. Dude, you have no idea. I was freaking out before stream. I was like, God, people are gonna unsub. I'm gonna have to, like, go out there and try to get a real job after like 3 years of not having a real job, so my resume is gonna look like shit. I didn't think that you guys would be fucking supportive. Every fucking turn, you guys have been supportive of me. Although I feel like you talking about your problems has helped us all through our own shit, and that is one of the reasons I admire you so much. From the bottom of my heart, thanks to you and Soap for all you've done for this. Thank you, Mongoose.
Smitten, I really want you to read my Discord DM to stream because I want everyone to know what you mean to me.
Aww. Alright, Hawk, I will get to that here in just a moment, honey. I have it pulled up right now. I'm gonna get better. I've been through, I'm 13 years old, and I'm only 19, and if you die, I'll rob you of your bird. Alright, we'll have an auction for it. It's not gonna happen, though. I'm not gonna let this shit... I literally, like, one of the conditions that Soap and I discussed about us staying in this marriage and trying to actually put some effort into it and work on it, was that there's no more suicide, no more talk about it, no more any of that. So, I don't want to be another statistic. I have a very, like, between my two more serious disorders, like, I've got, like, a 50-50 chance of committing suicide, and I don't want to have to give them even more reason to up that statistic. You know what I mean? Oh, the worst years of my life. God, it is so, it's like literally, I can't explain what this feeling is because of how you guys are experiencing the same things, and you guys are all fucking brave for being open about this stuff too. But every time I open your stream, you make me laugh and make me feel happy, and it reminds me that I have a heart in this chest that pumps to keep me alive, and I'm damn sure I'm not going to let... Alright, if I can't do anything suicidal, neither can you, Chad. We gotta make a pact right here now. I'm actually, if you guys know anything about the semicolon tattoo, I think we should totally get one together. We'll just all pick one day, and then everybody can go out and get the tattoo. If you're old enough, of course. J-Star, that's badass, dude. We need more mental health advocates, and that's something that I really, really hope I'm doing. What kind of horrible person would unsub because of a streamer's personal issues? Dude, I'm on Kira, I don't know. I have apocalyptic thinking, so, like, worst case scenario is always an actual possibility in my brain. And I thought that you guys were going to just be like, oh, this fucking crazy bitch. Don't want to be around that, you know what I mean? No, I'm not quitting Smite. Invisible. And a fantastic friend to get me diagnosed. My family still doesn't believe. Waffle, dude, that's fucking rough. I feel you, man. Thanks, Ein. Well, she has you and you have her. I think that's what's more important along the rest of family you live with right now. Well, if I can't tell you, like, part of the reason that I was able to go to the doctor and get diagnosed and all that stuff is because Soap went through that. Soap went through that in 2014. It's whenever he found out that he was bipolar 1. And he started actively trying to work on it and learning all the skills that he needs to learn and taking all the meds that he needs to take. So I'm literally just following in his footsteps. Like, I'm 29. He was 29 whenever he got diagnosed and was working on it. And I think it's kind of funny that I'm 29 starting to work on it now. What the fuck? Why would you think we hate you? We love you, but I'm angry that you think you and Soap's community will hate you. We love you and you're an amazing human being. Soap is too. He's a badass and you're beautiful. The perfect match. Oh, thanks, Liz. Thanks, super dude. I can't fucking help but cry right now, but not in a bad way. Easy, don't cry. If you cry, I'm gonna cry, alright? Can't do that. Sharpie's a great alternative if you're underage. Alright. It's just the power that people actually care. It's the internet, and that's why I thought you guys were gonna fucking hate me. I was like, God. I was like preparing myself for having to deal with a bunch of shitty comments, honestly. But I'm glad you have opened up to us about that. Other streamers wouldn't share something this personal, and I don't get that. I think if you're going through some shit, especially if it's impacting your job, your ability to do your job, you gotta be like, yo guys, sorry, this is what's going on. You know what I mean? I rarely look forward to much in life anymore, and the times I do, it never lasts long. I quickly see the negative side to everything, something that I've never been able to overcome. I have periods of feeling suicidal and hopeless, and it recently came to my attention that my nan and mom have the same situation. Makes me scared for the future, but I'm also scared of a diagnosis. Razer, you can't work on a problem unless you know what the problem is. You know what I mean? you can't start to alleviate some of your fears and alleviate some of your stress and until you have an idea of what you're working with. I didn't know that I was bipolar. I didn't know that I was borderline. All I knew is that I was insanely emotional and reactive to the tiniest things that happened to my life. The tiniest things would just send me off in these horrible fucking rages or crying fits or suicide attempts or cutting or like alcohol. Like, it would send my life just reeling. And I was just, oh, I was like, oh, that's, you know, it's their fault that I'm doing this because this happened. And I didn't know that I had a problem. I knew there was maybe something, but I kind of minimized it. I was like, nah, it's everybody else is crazy, not me. And the second that you start thinking those things is whenever you need to go get help, man. Razer, I really implore you to go look into that, man. Especially if your family, if your mom and your nan haven't, I would look into it and be like, yo, this is what's wrong with me. You know, we can do this as a family. So, and if you suicide, how will you see the ending of Game of Thrones? It's not gonna happen, blessed. We'll post the video on YouTube after the stream ends, Frodo. Yeah, we'll put this up on YouTube. So I'm 28. You're saying next year I get to go through this too. Thanks for the warning, dear. Now I'm gonna start prepping. Yeah, patientos. If you feel like you have some mental health concerns, it doesn't hurt to go get screened for it. It really doesn't. Just so you can be like, okay, so these are the things that are going on. You know what I mean? The semicolon tattoo is representative of mental health issues and suicide prevention. Yes, that's why I think we should all do it together. Okay, this is what Hawk said. He wants me to read this on stream. Smitten, I want to say thank you for building this amazing community. Because of you, I found a family. This year, because of you and many others in the community, I had the best year of my life. I got to know Danny the Nerd, MW Shadow Guy, King Rainbow Shadowgunner, and Headshot. I even got to meet one of them in person, which was amazing. These guys and LNC, we are a family, and if it wasn't for you, I would never met them. So thank you, Smitten. And to honor these guys and you, I got my first tattoo last night. I owe you a lot, Smitten. I will forever be grateful for you and what you have done for us. Oh my god! Aw, that's awesome! That tattoo is hype, man. But yeah. Yeah, this is my bird. I have a bird. So yeah. So that's what's been going on, guys. I've been wanting to tell you guys what's going on and why I can't be there like I used to be there and why I can't stream the way I was streaming, and I was scared, honestly. I was scared to tell you guys about what was going on. I was afraid that you guys would reject me. I was afraid of you guys knowing the truth because I thought you would think less of me. Because I don't know. I didn't know the first thing about how to work on my problems. So I was really scared. But finally, I've gotten to this point where I just can't stop running from it anymore. Or like I can't keep running from it anymore because it's freaking it's like fucking the damage is unbelievable if you just let your shit run rampant. If you let your problems run rampant without even looking at it for half a fucking second, you'll be surprised after a year, 2 years, the damage it's done. Smitten, how did you push through your diet? Man, that was like the first step that I really took in order to improve myself. Yo, Ty Dog, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to the sub fam. Whenever I first started to attempt treating my anxiety, I was prescribed a medication called Zyprexa. Zyprexa is notoriously known for intense weight gain. And over the course of 30 days, I gained 50 pounds. And I have stretch marks on my stomach that make me look like I had a baby, and I obviously don't have a child. And I got really upset about that because a lot of my self-worth was put into how I looked on the outside. And it really kind of fucked me up pretty bad. And I was getting really, really depressed, and I was getting to a really low spot. And I was like, well, I don't have control over anything else in my life. The least I could do is try to fix this problem. And so that started me on my diet process. Since then, I've lost like over 100 pounds. Too late, I'm crying. I just got on my pillows. Don't cry. Don't cry, babies. Good night, Easy. Love you too, babe. Aw, thanks, Logan. I know that when I was in class and heard about anxiety, I kind of paused and went, this sounds like me. Having names for things and being able to know how you're different and why makes things so much easier. It really does, Chesh. Literally, if you guys are dealing with any kind of mental health concerns, if you feel like you don't experience things the way other people experience, I implore you, even if you have like a slight like fantasy, like I would like to be crazy, or I think I'm a little bit crazy, go get checked out. Go get checked out. You can never be too young. Honestly, you really can't. Even if you're a teenager and you're listening to this right now, they there are certain disorders that you can't be diagnosed as until you're at least 18. But you can at least start the process and you can at least start your journey. Thanks for your tracks, baby. Thank you so much for this love. Welcome to the fucking Smith fam, honey. I've had bipolar since I was 8, and I just got meds to help me through it last year. I'm 16 and been hospitalized 5 times. Wow, dude. I've never been hospitalized. I haven't. I'm really good at faking being normal. At least I used to be. So I could only imagine what going to the hospital 5 times during adolescence is like, man. You're a lot stronger than I am. Ben Chase, we're actually going to be posting the VOD for this section of the stream up to YouTube, so if you guys missed it, that's where it will be. You can actually use the stretch marks as a part of the tattoo if you're into that sort of thing, like a hillside for nature scene or part of a snake. Also, if anyone has an issue with you putting your health and welfare over the stream, they're an idiot and their opinion doesn't matter. Thanks, Mankira. I honestly, like, I felt bad in a marginal way, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, it was either give Soapbox the full attention that he deserved, and make pitiful attempts to fix the problem, or be present here. And I felt like I used stream a lot to kind of escape from my problems and as an excuse for why I couldn't work on things. So that's why stream's been so crazy and hectic. But as things start to work out and things start to even themselves out, I imagine stream will return to normal as well. That's my goal anyways. My goal is to have morning streams again because I really miss them. Okay. It's been an insanely stressful past couple of days, man. I have another thing that I'm having to deal with right now, and he's told me it's my dad. It has to do with my dad. He told me not to like talk about it at all. So,
hey, Smitten just tuned in after a while to this. Shit sucks, but hey, if you never drank your problems away, you're way stronger than I ever was. Keep strong. Also, if you get a head injury, get it checked out. Undiagnosed concussions suck.
Doomsday, dude. First of all, welcome back and thank you so much for the $6 donation. You guys are amazing. Undiagnosed concussions. God damn. But yeah, I've got some stuff going on with my dad right now that I also have to add to the burner to kind of like help him through it. But so Soap's mom moved out a couple of days ago, and that was actually really, really emotional because his mom was like really supportive of Soap and I, and no matter how awful things got between us, she always believed that we could make it. And so we said goodbye to her a couple of days ago, and that was really rough for Soap and I. But yeah, it's just been insane. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. I'm under a lot of pressure for several reasons. We've obviously got the my marriage is on its last breath, and I'm recently putting all my efforts into trying to breathe life back into my relationship. So there's that thing that's I have to deal with. Then we've got outside of that, my dad just came up and dropped this bomb on me. Well, not on me. I mean, it's not like it happened to me, but like he dropped this bomb, and now I need to help him with that. We're having to deal with like some financial issues right now. We had like a $1,200 chargeback about a couple of days to a week ago. I don't know. There's a lot of shit that I have very little time to figure out what to do. But But I wanted to thank you guys for being such an amazing supportive community. And I don't deserve you. I don't. And there's things that I want to do for you guys, stuff like that. So yeah. I am so fucking awkward, and I am awkward, and that's all you guys need to know. If you guys are just showing up, or if you guys are just tuning in, and you have no fucking clue what's going on, the VOD for this section of the stream will be up on YouTube after the stream is over. But if you guys don't have any more questions, then I will go ahead and get us back into playing video games. I need to go to the bathroom though, because I've downed a Dr. Pepper, a water, and now half a cup of coffee. Could have just asked you to send the money back. Even if, dude, I couldn't. I mean, they were wanting it all up front, and I was just like, dude, I'm a streamer. I do not have $1,200 sitting in my bank just willy-nilly having the ability to give that to somebody else. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's really annoying. It's a